This is Highridge Rd with Michelangelo Plumbing Inc. It is April 11th, 2018, and we are at 5900 Highridge Road, Hidden Hills, California, 91302, performing an area drain inspection. We are right next to the left column of the garage. We're all the way to the far left of the garage as you're facing it from the driveway area. And we're going to perform this inspection and attempt to get out as far as we can to take a look at the area drain. Right now we've got water running to try and help push us out, and there was a lot of debris in the line. We're trying to flush it out. And we are at the front of the house. There's the front entranceway, water feature. Front door is right ahead of us. And we are right in front of the garages. So we're going to put the camera down into the area drain. Okay, we're going to try and get the camera down in there. Pause our camera for a moment. Okay, we couldn't get through. We're going to try again. We're going to try and go down the line if we can. We got some very heavy root intrusion going up the line. I don't know if we have a belly here. We're underwater right now. I'm going to put our counter on right now. Going down the line, going out toward the street. Just want to see where it starts draining out at. We have some very large root intrusion going up the line from here. And we still got some water in the line. Now we're draining out at this point, so we're about 49 feet. And when we pull back, we'll locate that area. And we cannot get past that point. I don't know exactly why. We're maybe hitting a T right here. Gonna see if we can push through. And and we can't get past that point. I don't know if we've got some roots past that point or exactly what we got. We're going to try and locate this area. Okay, we've located this area just on the hill going out toward the exit to the street where this line exits. We're probably about 15 feet from where this line exits. I just can't, let's see, maybe, trying to see what I've got. I make a pretty drastic turn right there. It looks like a drop. Make the drop, but I can't get any further. There may be, we can run up from the outlet from the outside and try and see if we can get up there and take a look at this line from there. I can't push through. There's a good chance there may be some roots in the line. Either that or there may be another drastic turn possibly, but we'll take a look when we wrap this up as we pull back. Right now we're just going to take a look at this line on the way back. Got the water shut off. Got a lot of debris in the line. Hung up there. A lot of debris in this line. And looks like there's a breach. That's separated and offset right there. We're going to mark this area right now. There's a break in that section right there. I got some big rocks falling through that area. See if I can push something through there. We're going to keep water running to try and flush this line out. There's a lot of debris. I want to locate this area. That may be another inlet right there, and just debris coming in from the inlet. It may not be separated. It's really hard to see because we're underwater. We're going to this area. We are at 1 foot 9 inches deep, right in front of the walking gate, closest to the street, on the right hand side of the garage area. We're 1 foot 9 inches deep right there, and just got a lot of debris in this line. The area drains have a lot of small rock around them, and unfortunately these grates are pretty good size on these drains, which they have to be, but we have a lot of small rock that's falling in here that's getting into the grates. We do have some root intrusion though in this area as well. Might be able to treat it possibly. I can't see a major break in there, but this is right underneath concrete in front of that walking gate as you go into the backyard. That may be an inlet, possibly. I can't even tell because I've got too much water standing in there. It does look like I have some roots hanging down and such. And we have some roots in the line. It looks like it's offset a little bit right there. Can't tell real well, unfortunately, because of the water. But what we're going to do, we're going to try and flush this as good as we can. We're going to run the hose in here and really flush it. See if we can get this cleaned out real well. Then we'll come back to this area and try and take another look once we get this flushed out. We're going to pull back now and see what the rest of it looks like, if we can see anything. Very difficult, as I said, to see. We got a lot of mud, a lot of small rock in there. We do have roots right here. We have root intrusion there as well. We're going to try and mark this area real quick. Area out on the driveway side of the walking gate on the right hand side of the garages at 1 foot 5 inches deep. We do have root intrusion right here. We do have some root intrusion, and we have a lot of debris as well. This is a very thin corrugated piping, and unfortunately roots get into this piping very easily. Most of the time this piping is just pushed together, it is not glued together, and it leaks a little bit, so the roots, they go after the water and they go toward the joint. And now we've got a belly in the line as well. We're holding water 100% right there, coming back toward our area drain that is off to the left hand side of the 3 garages. You know, we're just holding water right here. I'm going through an area right there. Got some debris and roots in it. And that will conclude our inspection in this area. Now we're going to move our equipment. We're going to begin running water back through this area again and try and flush this area out as much as we can. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, now we're going to begin running through a 3-inch area drain on the edge of the driveway. Here's the edge of our driveway going out toward the street. There's a tree right here, and we've got a 3-inch clean out right here with a drain cover. We've got area drain. We've got some roots in there. We've been flushing this line out pretty much, trying to get the debris out. Got a lot of debris in the line. Pause for a moment. Can't push through that area. Do have some root intrusion right here. Let's see what we have right here. Kind of hard to see. We do have some roots right there coming through the pipe. We do have some debris. We're going to locate this area real quick. Okay, we've located this area and it's 9 inches deep. Right before our next area drain, about 2 feet before our next area drain, and I just pulled out a big handful of roots out of the line as well. As I said, this piping is very thin, and it's an NDF piping, part of it's corrugated, and it's pushed together, not glued together. So the roots will get into the joints very, very easily. going to move our camera over. Try and get down this next drain if we can. Okay, we pulled out this large handful of roots, right, piping out of this drain right here. It's in a little planter area with stone all along it, all along the hedges, and we're right next to the main water feature. And now we're going to try and go down the line and see if we can get through, see what the line looks like. Just a minor root intrusion. Nothing major right there. A lot of debris. We got some water running also into the drain by the water feature. Hopefully that'll help us push out, and then we can take a look. Now we're going to make a turn. Hopefully we can make that turn. Here we go. I'm going to pause for a minute and take a look and see which way our line is going. Okay, we're going out toward the street right now, and we're going to transition, and more than likely we're going to tee into one of the other drain lines. We're just going to push as hard as we can, as far as we can, and see what we get out to. And we might be at a tee right there. Can't really tell. We're going to shut our water down for a moment and take a look. Unfortunately, we can't push past this point. Let's just recycle. Yeah. So we just at the beginning. You could have read more something else. On the town too, we unplugged several of them that were completely plugged up. this one goes. Shit, we gotta dig around this one to get this on. That one doesn't fit right.
Huh?
That one doesn't fit right.
Should have went with a little bit bigger gravel with bigger stone.
Yeah. Okay. We can't seem to make that turn real well. We're hitting something that will not let us make the turn. It looks like debris and maybe some root intrusion as well. There's very large roots right there on that right hand side. And we're going to stop and locate that area. Okay, we've located this area that is in the driveway area at 1 foot 5 inches deep. It is in the concrete area of the driveway. We do have some roots in this area. This is going to take some maintenance to keep up with it, to make sure that it doesn't get broken and damaged too badly that you can't get it open. Got a root growing right through the pipe right there. Looks like it's cracked possibly right there a little bit from what I can. Pulling back. Got some roots down in that T, and that is underneath the driveway. And we're holding water back right there. We got a belly in the line to that point. I think that's quite a bit of debris. We've run the hose, and we'll run the hose some more just to see if we can flush it out a little bit more. We got more roots, more debris. These lines need to be cleaned out real well. These are going to have to be maintained if they're kept in there and not replaced. These lines are probably going to have to be cleaned out maybe once a year so that the roots do not damage the pipe to a point to where they do have to be replaced where it's imperative for drainage. if they're let go too long, the roots grow large enough that they just tear the pipe up and really break it, and they grow large enough to where we can't clean them out without, and the heavier the cleaning, the more damage you can do to the pipe. There's several inlets from these drains. There's numerous inlets, a lot of debris, quite a bit of roots, a lot of corrugated piping, and it's just pushed together. Not a lot we can do with this type of piping. You can't really hydrojet too much, or you're going to blast it to a point to where you're going to break it. You can hydrojet lightly and flush it out real well, and maybe also run a snake with small blades in tandem with the hydrojetting to try and cut the roots out. That's about all you can do with this. And now we're going to move our equipment over, and we're going to run through a couple more drains. We've put the cap back on this area. We've moved our rock out of the way so that we did not get rock down inside the drains. That's the area, and we're right in front of our water feature. As you can see, the water feature in the background. Ooh. What am I talking to it for? I'm not recording.
you want to go?
Okay, we've tried to run through the area drains in this area, and you can see they're compacted with mud, compacted with tree roots, and we're right near the statue in the walkway, this icon. And the next drain over, we pulled some roots out, quite a bit of small fine roots out of those, and a lot of these drains are just buried. This drain is just buried right here, and we have a lot of debris, a lot of mud, a lot of roots in the line. These drains are going to need to be flushed out. Probably cable through there, a small cable with small blades. Try and get out of there, and maybe hydrojet a little bit to blast them out and clean them out, but very lightly. If you hydrojet it with too strong a jetter, you'll end up breaking the line even more. We're just putting the rocks back around, we're resetting the drains a little bit, just as they were. We don't want to leave it askew. So we're going to move our equipment toward the backyard. We got several area drains back here, and they're just compacted with debris, compacted with rocks, and we're going to show a little bit of what we've got in the backyard. That one right by the back gate, a little walk-in gate. I said we're in the backyard. This is our backyard area, right by the master bedroom and bathroom. And this drain is completely compacted with rocks and debris. The next one in the walkway is compacted with debris and rocks. Turn our camera around a little bit. We've got one here that is not completely compacted. I'm going to try and run through there. We've got another one that's buried to the top with rocks. For a moment, try and uncover this drain so we can get a camera in. May try and uncover this one. We'll uncover this one drain right here that's compacted, see if we can blow through it a little bit, get it opened up. We just pulled the cover off the drain back here, and we're right by the back gate. There's our cover that was over the drain. The drain's just completely compacted with debris and rock and mud. We're going to try and open it up. We'll try and open it up and see if we can run through.
Right here.
And I'll put it down there, yeah. Shut that off. Bring it back here, maybe. Okay, the area drain that we just cleared is tied into the roof drain. This is into our rain leader coming off the slider by the sliding glass door at the edge of the house. And there's a T in here. We've gotten this opened up and we're running water. We're going to try and trace it, see where it's going. Another bigger drain here. Just close up.
I'm gonna go check the street and see which one is coming
backing
out.
up.
Huh?
Backing up.
It's drinking.
Yeah, it's backing up. It's just sucking a little bit here.
good exercise.
Good.
She's flowing now.
Okay, we've got the water flowing, going through this drain and going toward the street. It is flowing. We can't get through. We'll put the camera in a little bit, but we can't get through the area real well. Unfortunately, we've got a T right here. Can't get through that T. We're going to uncover one more back here. And we're going to take a quick look. Try and flush this other drain out a little bit. Plugged up pretty good. I don't know if we can get through it. It's packed with mud and small rock and debris. And again, it appears that we have a T in the line. And we just blew up through another hole. It's
another cleanup.
It's another buried one. There appears to be a buried drain over here in the corner, and we're coming up through there, and we're going to stop at this point with this one. We appear to be getting through some of these drains. We're going to try and run the camera through here and see what we've got. Get our hose out to the area drain in the backyard. Slow it down. A little more? That's good. Should go into there. Okay, we're going to try and run our camera back down into these drains and just see if we can tell anything, if we've got any root intrusions or breaks in these lines, in the line, and we're underwater. We're buried in here. I can't get our camera past that point. Huh? Okay, we're underwater right here, so we can't really tell what's going on. Apparently this is kind of level. We got water all the way up on that drain. We got some small root intrusion inside the fitting. Gonna try and run through the other drain. We got some root intrusion right at the joint, right as we go in. And it looks like we're packed with debris. And we're just packed. Can't tell what we got in there. These lines really need to be cleaned out well. These lines need to be cleaned out real well and take it from that point. Whether you want some re-inspected or whether just going to try and maintain these, keep them up. Gonna pause for a moment. There appears to be 7 outlets, area drains in the backyard that flow toward the street by the driveway area. And they flow out front. And now we're going to move around the back. Okay. No, not that one. I'm going anywhere we can get to. Up here. This one. This one looks easier. Rinse that stuff off after.
Yeah, I'll rinse it out and then I'll put the cap back on and
Yeah.
we'll here.
Good deal.
There's a hose right in this one if you want it.
Huh?
There's a hose right here.
Yeah. Good. Chin lock? Chin? Okay, we're in the backyard by the pool equipment. We've got the drain. We got water running in the drain and by the pool equipment area, and it's overflowing. And the next drain going down, that one's overflowing as well. We're going to try and see if we can push out, see if we can clear this. Don't know if we have a lot of T's in these lines. These aren't like regular drain lines. We have a lot of T's and they don't have sweeps to them, and it makes it very, very difficult to try and get a snake through or get a camera through or anything else. And it's just hitting the T. Not much we can do with this area. We're just butting right up against the pipe. This camera is rather stiff through these T's. Right now we're holding water. We're holding water in the line, and it's probably seeping through very slowly. We're going to pull out of this area. the drain down a little bit further needs to be cleared out. It's holding water, it's not draining, there's a whole lot of debris in there. Going through an area where there's a lot of bamboo and brush. And we're going to end up probably having some roots in here from what I can see. I just pulled some roots out of the line right here. All of these area drain lines need to be cleaned out real well. Now we're going to move around more toward the back of the house. Packed. Let me try. We've moved around the back of the property a little bit. And we just got a lot of debris, a lot of mud in these drain lines. I'm going to try and open them up with some water. Huh?
There's the dogs again.
We got that gate open? There. Hey guys. Hey Lisa.
Hi. I'm not Lisa. I'm the.
Oh no, you're not Lisa. I'm sorry.
I'm the dog sitter.
You're the dog sitter. All right.
Yeah, I'm looking for your
What are you
phone.
doing? Huh?
Oh,
You got a
here.
friend to play with, huh?
Yeah, it's their dinner time too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we're just closing the gate over there. Make sure they don't get out.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Come here, guys.
I knew somebody was here, but
Yeah.
I didn't know.
We're just testing these drains around the house.
Oh, are they?
A lot of debris, a lot of mud, a lot of garbage. Hold on. Get it. You don't want to get it, huh?
He doesn't know. He's pooping. Hang on, he's pooping. He's pooping.
Okay, that's normal.
Uh-huh.
Gotta do that.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. My job.
Okay, we're gonna pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to run through. We've got a 4-inch area drain at the back of the house off a rain leader. Okay, we're right at the back of the house. Fireplace is over here. Get some glare from the sun. And swimming pool's right behind us. You got a rain leader. You got the chain coming down from the roof drain and right into the 4-inch. So we're going to try and run through here. See if we can get through. Looks pretty good so far. And then we go into a flat spot again. Go into a belly. We're packed with water. And doesn't want to seem to make this turn either. These turns are very difficult. Not going to be able to make the turns. And we've got water standing in that drain. We're going to pull out of here and try and see if we've got another one. That drain probably should be just cleaned out, maybe hydrojetted. We're going to run some water through here real quick and see if the water goes down okay and flush it out. We'll take it from that point. So we're going to pause again for a moment. Okay, we're right up against this retaining wall over by the barbecue area. In between the barbecue and the street, there's a retaining wall. We're right up against it. We've got a drain, and we're going to run the camera through here and take a look. Okay, Okay, again, right away, we're underwater. It's telling me there's a belly in the line. I'm going to push back. See how far we can get back. I think we're running back to another area drain that's up against the retaining wall. Excuse me. And we're underwater. This thing's running pretty level. Doesn't have grade to this line. Okay, we come out of the water. We got water running here. And that's coming from the roof leader that we just ran through. Run back. So far the drain looks fairly clear. We got one area here. We got one area we're having a hard time with. See if we can get through. Camera does not want to make that turn. Yeah, we're going kind of straight right here. Can't seem to push through. I'm going to try again. Camera does not want to push through that area. Has to be a lip on it. So we're coming up that drain. So now we're coming back and we're draining. At this point we're draining. We got water draining back toward us, toward the opening that we put the camera in. We've got water flow, water movement. It's just somewhat flat in this area. We're going to run the camera down the other direction. We've got some inlets also that we could see. It's kind of tough. As we're pulling back, I can see a little tiny bit. It's hard when you're underwater. Got some mucky water going. We're going to run down the line. See if we can get all the way out. I believe it runs all the way out to the street from here. It's going to go out a little ways and then make a turn. Okay, we made the turn. So far this drain line along the retaining wall seems to be pretty clear. Just has some flat spots holding water. Got some debris in there, and don't know if there's root intrusion. Can't really see it real well. Fortunately, we can't get past that point. And that's going out toward the street. Whole lot of debris in the line, and it's just completely covered up our camera. Pull back a little ways. See if we can clear it. Cleaning it off a little bit. So much dirt, mud, debris in these lines. Make it extremely difficult to see anything. Let's make our turn. Now we're going up the line. See if we can see anything here. As we get mud on the camera lens, makes it very difficult to see. Lines appear to be fairly clear, pushing pretty easily, but can't really tell what's going on. We have so much debris, it's just covering up the camera lens. A lot of mud in the bottom of this line, and we have a lot of inlets. There's 2 inlets right there. These lines need to be flushed out. I'm going to try and run some water right now. Let it go. We're going to let the water run for a moment. We're going to pause.